The Borla Touring dual exhaust system with the rear exit fitting all 14 to 18 5.3 powered Silverados and Sierras is perfect for the truck owner that's looking to upgrade their exhaust, get a little more tone out of their system, but doesn't want anything that is going to wake their neighbors. Now in Borla's range of exhaust, you got the Touring at the lowest volume, then in the middle you have the Stinger or the S-Type, and then at the loudest of the three, you have the Attack. So the Touring isn't gonna be the loudest in volume, but if you think it's gonna sound factory, it's not. You're gonna get a nice deep throaty tone that's gonna add just a little bit to the volume. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 on our Wake the Neighbor scale. Build quality for this kit is going to be bar none, as you'd expect. Not just because of the price tag, but because Borla has been one of the leading names in the premium exhaust game for quite some time now and have secured their reputation as one of the best in the business. Borla manufactures this kit out of all 304 stainless mandrel bent tubing, starting at 2 3/4 diameter in the inlet, and then branching off into dual 2 1/4 inch piping, ending in some awesome 4-inch chrome /cut tips embossed with the Borla logo. Those mandrel bends are what create power. A lot of times when you bend tubes like this, you get kind of a ripple effect on the inside of the tube. Now that creates turbulence in your exhaust gases and slows down how fast they can escape out the back of the truck. With the mandrel bends, you get none of that. That frees up the exhaust flow, cuts down on turbulence, and that is what creates power. And the stainless steel is gonna be great for any winter conditions. It's gonna hold up and make sure this kit is making noise for years to come. Borla also offers the Touring in a few different combinations as well. You have the choice of black tips and also a dual side exit. Pricing is going to be around $1,000. So that is a little bit more on the expensive side, but for a kit like this that's so well manufactured and engineered to begin with, you really get what you pay for here. Before we move on to the install, I just wanted to make a quick note. This kit is intended for the shorter wheelbase trucks. So that's gonna be your crew cab with the short box or your double cab with the standard box. If you have something that's a longer wheelbase, more than 153 inches, which is what this truck is, you're gonna need an extension pipe in order to get this to fit. As far as install goes, again, you really get what you pay for here. There's gonna be no bending or need of a hammer to get this to fit like some other cheaper kits would. This is gonna be perfect right out of the box. I'm gonna give it an easy 2 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Should take you an hour or two with basic hand tools. So with that said, let me show you how to get this on your truck. Tools required for this install include an impact, 13mm socket, 15mm socket, exhaust hanger removal tool, and some spray lubricant like WD-40. So first things first, we gotta get our factory cat back out of the way. Now that is a pretty simple process. We're gonna start by undoing this 13mm clamp right here. Then the whole thing is just held up with some exhaust hangers. We're gonna hit those with some WD-40, then use an exhaust hanger removal tool to push those out, and the whole thing should drop out in one big piece. Now, if you are working on the ground, you might have to make some cuts in order to get it out from underneath the truck. Since we're on a lift, we're gonna do the whole thing in one shot. So with our factory exhaust off the truck and laid out next to our Borla system, you can start to see how much of an upgrade this Borla system is. As you can see, we ditched all this old rusty piping, this big old factory muffler and resonator, in exchange for the Borla Touring muffler, which is a little bit sleeker and less restrictive in its design. That kit is 304 stainless throughout. You got 2 3/4 inch inlet piping, which splits after the muffler into dual 2¼ inch piping, which exits straight out the rear in some awesome 4-inch chrome tips embossed with the Borla logo. So let me show you how to get this new system installed on your truck. First off, we're gonna need this inlet pipe up here, so go ahead and grab that and let's go over to the truck. Installation of this is gonna be pretty simple. You're gonna want this hanger to go underneath the pipe, and this bend here is gonna go toward the frame rail or the outside of the vehicle. And up there, we're gonna be reusing the factory clamp. So with our inlet pipe roughly in place, that brings us to this clamp here. Now with all the clamps in a kit like this, you're gonna wanna leave them loose till the end. That's gonna give us some adjustment room. Then once we have it sitting where we want it, we're gonna run through and tighten them down for the final time. Again, just leave this clamp hand tight for now. Next, we're gonna grab our muffler and one of the larger 2¾ inch clamps in the kit. Now this part is a little bit heavy, so I grabbed a jack stand. You can grab a buddy just to help you support it so it doesn't sag while we snug down that clamp. So that brings us to this clamp. The clamps supplied in the kit from Borla are 15mm, so we're gonna use a 15mm socket to snug that down. And as a good rule of thumb, it's always a good idea to kind of turn your clamps and tuck this part away. It just gives you a little more clearance under the exhaust. Next up is our driver's side over axle pipe. And we're gonna snug that down using one of the smaller 2¼ inch clamps supplied in the kit. Next, we have to install our driver's side exhaust hanger. Being this is a dual exhaust, there was no piping over here originally, obviously, so we're gonna throw another hanger up there. This does come included in the kit from Borla, and we are going to install that into this frame rail hole right here. So with our exhaust hanger in place, we can hang up our tailpipe. Again, we're gonna use the smaller clamps that come in the kit and the tailpipe marked L for the driver's side. And again, for this clamp, we're gonna turn it not toward this damper here or toward the spare, just to maximize our clearance. We're gonna aim for the back. Also, you wanna watch out because this axle is gonna come closer as we lower the vehicle. So I'm just gonna bias this a little bit toward the spare to give us maximum clearance all around. And it's gonna be the same thing for the driver's side with the tailpipe marked R. Borla also includes in the kit this heat shield. We're gonna apply these around the 2 brake hoses here just to keep them a little bit colder because they're gonna sit close to that exhaust tube once the vehicle's lowered. And lastly, with the kit adjusted and sitting where you want it, you could tighten down all of your clamps. With all the clamps tightened down, all that's left to do is lower the truck and check for leaks. And that is going to do it for my review and install of the Borla Touring dual exhaust system with the rear exit fitting all 14 to 18 5.3 powered Silverados and Sierras. Thank you for watching. Keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.